My guy is here today from Shark Tank.
Yeah.
Daymond John, also from Queens.
Hollis, Queens, Hollis.
From Shark,
that's
from
why
Queens
I got my
first.
Gazelles on. I was really excited about these. You remember when one of them used to rock these, right?
Yeah.
Well,
Look at all the lights in here.
Daymond came in and said, "Is it all right if I leave my shades on?" And I said, "Yeah, do
I
whatever you want."
don't want to overcool the room.
Nah,
and
you're
be the guy you
good.
talk about as soon as I leave, but I had Gazelles on.
He was like, "But these are Gazelles. I'm from Queens. It's very important to me." I love that. How are you, honey?
I'm good.
So, I know Daymond very well. So, and it's been interesting to see your celebrity go to another level with this Shark Tank show.
It has. It's been a blessing.
To the point that Daymond can't go anywhere. Correct?
It's hard, but it's not like like the artists we know where
It's
people
not
are
like
screaming over it.
Right. It's not like, oh, give me an autograph.
No, it's like, and it's not like a hot young chick. Give me an autograph. It's like a 55-year-old white guy, like, yo, I got an idea. I just retired, and I only need 100,000. And then he talked to you for about a half hour.
So everywhere you go, you're getting pitched.
I'm getting pitched, yeah.
Have you met anybody in the street that actually had a good idea?
I have. I met several, but you can drown an opportunity, and I know that whether they have a good idea or not, I just don't have time because I have all those companies that we personally invest in on Shark Tank. I have my own companies. Some of them doing well. Some of them need life support, right? And I got to pay attention. So
some of them need life support.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Keep it 100.
It's true too, because people see you as like the success story, but with every success story, there has to be failures, right?
There's many failures. So everybody say, "Oh, you know what? I got my product. Why don't you get into the store?" I'm gonna say, first, I'm trying to get FUBU back into the stores, homie. It's not that easy. If it was that easy, FUBU would be, Ralph Lauren, right?
You ain't Ralph Lauren. You ain't Ralph.
You ain't Ralph, no.
Oh man.
This is an interesting conversation to have with you about your perspective of that, because Kanye's been on a whole campaign about the fashion industry, and I would imagine that you have a perspective on that, being so many years and having success with a clothing line and stuff.
I do, and it's complicated because I want to take the emotion out. If I ever talk about Kanye, I want to take the emotion out of it, and I want to really just have a fashion clinic and talk about why his concepts work or don't work. So let me start it off. I think Kanye is amazing. He's brilliant, and I think that if anybody can do what he's attempting to do when he transitions, it's Kanye. The whole thing about gatekeepers, the whole thing about going over Louis Vuitton and they can do this and that, the whole thing about Adidas, there's various things you have to understand. We're in two totally separate businesses. Doesn't mean that fashion and music, either one is harder or either one is easier. But we're in two totally separate businesses, and there's no gatekeepers. There's only grind keepers out there. You don't put your grind on, it ain't gonna happen. And I just think that there's certain things that he should consider. If you're an artist and you make a record, and that 3 minutes and 30 seconds of a record, no matter if you put $1 million in or $5 into it, you can sell it for $1.99 to anybody, and it's something you listen to. But if you go out and put footwear out, it could be, you could use skins, gator skins in it. You can use plastic in it. It's going to vary from $5 to $5,000. If a song takes off really well, you can download 10 million of them this week. If you sell 1,000 pair of your exclusive sneaker, to make it all over again, get it cut, get it made, get it shipped, get it built, and everything else, you can't replenish for another 6 months, 8 months, 9 months. It's almost like me hearing a song and having to go buy it again. Oh yeah, you know what? I heard it's really hot. I'm gonna buy it in 9 months.
Yeah, no, that doesn't work.
You understand what I'm saying? So it's just a different business structure.
So you think Kanye maybe doesn't understand the business structure as much in that world as he does in the music world?
He absolutely doesn't understand that much in the thought process of it, but he is, and I can tell by some of his interviews, he really knows a lot of the movers and shakers, and he understands it more than many people do. He really does. But, you have to, when you put out a line...
Have you been marginalized?
No.
Oh, you have not?
No,
I just wanted to say it. I just wanted to use it in the interview.
The problem is the challenge is this. Every single one of the designers, whoever it is, they're putting in 150% on what they're doing, right? And Ye would have to really give up music for this part, and then go out there and every overnight success is taking 15 years. I feel like
that's what he's planning. I feel like that's what he's trying to set his future up to be.
And I think he will do it. I think where he is right is where he's saying the people are, making money and they're Nike wants him to design and they're not giving him royalties. He absolutely deserves royalties. He deserves a piece of what he's creating, because these music artists, at the end of the day, they change our lives in the way we think, and clothes are fine, but you can't remember making a baby to a shirt. right? So I think that their emotion that they can evoke out of people.
I know. I do remember certain outfits I had on at certain times in my life.
And you were like, I'm in love with this guy because of my outfit.
No, I'm killing this dress, and therefore this situation is going to be.
You know what I believe? I believe that beautiful, amazing artists like Kanye and them, they really take us to another place. It's a very special place. But the fashion business is absolutely different.
Yeah. Do you think everything that he's doing now is going to change anything?
I think what he's doing now is he's putting it out to the universe and is manifesting it, and he's going to start taking it more and more serious. It's his agenda. I think that he has 20, 30 years of doing this. I heard some conversations that he had where he talks about Louis Vuitton, but then he understands the value of H&M. So at first, it's not just, I'm going to come out there and change the world like Louis Vuitton. When you mention Louis Vuitton and Ralph and Gucci, that's like me mentioning Michael Jackson, the Beatles, Elvis, right? So is he going to stay in that world and surpass Michael Jackson, the Beatles, Elvis, Stevie Wonder, Bob Marley, right? Or is he going to come into our world and say, well, he's going to try to become our version, our legends of the business?
But do you think like the Adidas deal was a smart deal for him? You do?
I would, yeah. If I don't know the deal, but if he said that he's getting royalties, right? If he did it with Adidas right now, I think that's great. That's a great stepping stone to show his value or not show his value. But even though you do a deal with Adidas, it's almost like in Kanye, and anybody in this room can attest. You do an album, you leave it just up to the label to do whatever they're going to do it because you designed the album. No. You still got to get in there with Adidas because they have 1,000 shoes. Yeah. Right, you got to get in there and go, well, who you sending it to? All right, how's this commercial going to go? You have to stop working and get on your grind in there, or be like the lady Jimmy Choo. You go find a little shoemaker who's been doing it 50 years and he's on his grind, and you partner up with him.
What did you just tell me about Jimmy Choo?
The lady, she found the owner. She found this little shoemaker who was making these beautiful shoes, and she partnered with that person. Yeah, he could do that all day. He can find some amazing people in Italy and France. Because he knows that he needs infrastructure. He said it, right? He can find some amazing people, some rock stars who've been doing something for 50 years, and they're like, yo, come on board, let's do this together.
He totally has to do that.
There's various ways he could do it. I know he's going to figure it out. But everybody's getting lost in the way he's putting his message out, which
you're into it. You're like,
I love it.
Yeah. No, we all love it. I love it.
Go in, try it.
By the way, whether I agree, disagree, think everything he says is the right way, at least he's passionate about something. He has something to say. He's making people talk, think. Yeah. You know what I mean? I appreciate that from my artists.
I love it. When we first came out, when Carl Keith, Jay, and myself came out with FUBU, they were like, man, this ain't kente cloth colored. Why can't you?
I remember that.
And we were like, why we all gotta be in dashikis? You know what I mean? But back then it was like, you African American, Latino minority, if you want to support some kind of African American, then you got to look like Eddie Murphy in Trading Places when he was getting on the train. You know what I mean?
Oh my God.
You got
In all fairness, that was hot at the time.
I love it. But what I'm saying, but that was our new generation.
At the time. Right? Yeah, no, 100%. Wow. All right. So, okay, Shark Tank is doing well, right? You're still rocking?
We did our best number last Friday. We're doing really, really well, and it's changing people's lives.
Since ever?
Since ever. We had almost 8 million people watching the show. It's the #1 show on Friday nights, and more importantly, you know what I love? I love seeing the fact that kids want to be sharks just as much as they want to now be artists and athletes.
Yeah.
Which is really empowering. You know what I mean?
That's important.
I love that.
Because kids are watching. It's one of the top watched shows from kids 5 to 15 years old.
Well, because when you watch it, you feel smart.
Yeah.
Like when I watch it, I feel like I know what every brand needs. I know what that person needs, and that deal doesn't make any sense. I'm like the smartest deal maker in the world.
Of course, and you debate it often with your kids.
Absolutely.
You know? It's an amazing
really
time.
Good.
And I just did a deal. I got to promote it. Obviously, I did this boneless baby back ribs. I'm getting hungry thinking about it. It's called Bubba's boneless ribs.
So you did do a deal recently, because I feel like you do the least deals out of everybody.
Everybody says, and I think it's that's the street in me, because if I don't like it, I'm out immediately.
Yeah.
But I'm so far, I'm number 2 behind Mark. I think Cuban has 44 deals. I have 40 deals.
Well, because I know you, so I watch for you. Yeah. So I'm always waiting for you to make the deal. Maybe that's why I think it's more.
Yeah. You know what?
I'm like, he never says okay to these people.
I did 40 deals so far.
40?
40. Because I've been on it 5 years.
And how many of them are doing okay?
I would say about 12 of them are doing okay. About another 10 are kind of neutral, and then the other ones we're trying to work it out. We're trying to work it out.
Oh no,
life
you
support,
took some
life support.
Life support.
Oh,
That's what he was saying. Life support.
Yeah.
Life
I
support.
take some L's. But listen, you know what?
Has anybody hit big yet?
Many have hit big.
Really?
Yeah, we sold one called Talbot Teas. We sold that to Jamba Juice. The biggest one was Lori. Lori had this little sponge called a Sponge Daddy.
Okay.
And Lori sold $15 million worth of that Sponge Daddy in 3 months.
Wow.
Lori killed it with that.
Wow.
And no, there's a lot. Most of the people now are doing over $1 million in the first month of the show airing if it's a really good product and they can and
Yo,
people like it.
we keep dropping the ball. I got like 6
Why
products.
we don't go over there?
No, I got products. I do. I always have these products. And when you gonna? I'm gonna come down. I gotta shoot down there.
Come through.
I gotta shoot down there and sell my product.
You know what I mean?
Kanye should go on Shark Tank.
No. That's good. He gonna curse us all out.
So if Kanye went on Shark Tank and pitched you the Kanye West clothing line and wanted $10 million, and he would give you 10% of his company.
He'd value it at $100 million. So we would have to say, okay, well, what's the value? How much have you sold? We would take...
I ain't sold nothing, but I sold mad Yeezys, though. How about that?
So we would have to give him. We'd have to give him some kind of accounting credit for that.
Okay.
We got that. Okay, so now
He's the Tupac of this fashion thing.
All right, I'm gonna let Barbara give him the money because for sure Barbara would give him the money.
You went back out?
Didn't you just say I'm out all the time?
Yes, you're out again. This is a
That's
perfect
funny.
example. He's out again. He's out.
Now, if I could, but on the flip side, I would say, okay, no problem. I would
I'll
say,
put my money on you.
I would put it on you, but I would have to twist it. This is Shark Tank after all. I would
Yeah,
say, okay,
yeah.
so you're selling me I have the right to all your intellectual property from now on. I'll set up the infrastructure. I'll put the grind on out there. So for $100 million valuation, I have access to every single thing you do because we're partners, right?
And that's when
I don't see that happening.
And that's when he flips the table over and walks out.
Oh, man.
Never.
Because that's when I'm coming through the crib like this. All the Scully on. Click. And I'm selling 1 million of those Scullys.
Wow. All right. Well, you're always welcome here. The next time you come here, and I always say this, but the next time you come here, I'm going to have 5 opportunities
Yes.
that maybe
Can't
you'll
wait.
be lucky enough to be a part of.
I am there. As long as it ain't Ralph, though, I'm there.